This is the video review for Transformers Generations Decepticon Thrust. Right off the bat, he is a jet, or I guess the better known term is a seeker. Now, before I talk more about Thrust himself, I realize that this is an older mold per se. I know it's an old one because every time I've seen old G1 figures that my older cousins had. I remember there was always one I wanted, and it was always a Starscream mold, and I never ended up getting one. But I mean, jump forward a couple of years, like a decade and a bit, and now I have it's not Starscream, but it is essentially the same mold, right? And when I first saw this thing on the peg at Toys R Us, I was just like, man, I need to have this one. This one looks wonderful. It's a very awesome looking jet. And to me, it's not so much the design that I love about it, but it's the paint. It's maroonish red, and it's not. And this dark part isn't black or dark gray. It's more of a chestnut color. I don't know if the camera will pick that up too well, but that's what it is. So it sounds strange. Maroon, chestnut, white with this yellow and chrome cockpit. I mean, it sounds like a weird combination, but it just works together. And yeah, that is a chrome cockpit in there. It's always nice when they have little chrome pieces. I don't go crazy over it if it doesn't have it, but I mean, it's nice when they put it in. So yeah, pretty excited to have it. I mean, the vehicle mode alone, I think, is worth the purchase for this one. I believe these things here are called his VTOL system, vertical takeoff and landing. I had to do a little bit of Wikipedia before doing this to figure out what they were. But yeah, so let's just get him transformed and see what he's like in his robot mode. To get started, I guess you always just take these off first. And you just pull the legs down. Feet come out. And you're done in the legs. Just move the camera up a bit. Alright. We can just pop this open, and at the same time folding up his wings, and his arms can come out. Come out, arms. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we just bend down his nose cone. That never wants to bend down. Turn it around. Force it down. And then we can turn this around to reveal the head. Oh, I guess you do it first, and then there we go. You can pull out his fists. And then reattach his missile launchers. I guess they just go like here and here. And there you have Generations Thrust in his robot mode. And just looking at this figure, I am truly astounded. Again, the colors really pop out. Only now he's got even more of these little white silverish accents and these gold pieces. They're not a lot, and they're very subtle, like especially right here. The gold right on top there. I love the way that looks. So you can get a closer look for that. There, like, it's very subtle. That face, just an evil looking Decepticon face, looks very robotic. I love it. Just love everything about it. But yeah, there's not really much to say about this figure. I guess articulation-wise, I know he's an older mold, so you're not going to get too much. His legs are on a ball joint, and then he has this sort of strange knee joint that swivels and bends at the same time. Arms aren't on a ball joint, but they're on this hinge, and so they can go in and out, and then up and down. And then, of course, he has a really tight elbow joint here, and the fists can go in because of his transformation. Head can go side to side, but it can't go all the way around because it just hits other items. But that's it. I mean, not super posable, but I mean, I prefer him just standing like this anyway, because he just looks very, very good. He's nice and, because of his wings here, they're nice and wide, and even his legs, they're not too big, so they don't take up too much space. Again, I'll just turn him around, and very simplistic back. He looks like a jet still. But yeah, size comparisons. Let's see, what do I have here? I have, just get some figures out to show you some size. I mean, he's a deluxe class. As such, I'll throw out the other generations, the deluxe class Optimus. Optimus is, oh, is he taller? Yeah, maybe Optimus is just, you know, I think they're about even height because of the cone head. But in terms of just wideness, if you don't count the wings on thrust, I'd say Optimus is the bigger figure all the way around. Optimus still being the better figure, but for articulation, but I mean thrust is still good. But yeah, so there he is, Generations Thrust. Definitely, if you like the Seekers, this is one of the best ones out there, I think. Color-wise, design-wise, just perfect. And even if you don't like him, or if you don't like jets, you know, pick him up anyway, because he's totally worth it. I got him for $7, and here around Toronto area in Canada, and I mean, worth every penny. I mean, I would have paid the full price too at $15, but I got lucky with the sale. But there you have it. This was Transformers Generations Decepticon Thrust. Thanks for watching.